Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest champagne crypto. Thanks for tuning in. Big shout out to all the pumpers, the boomers tuning into this live stream. Another quarantine day, what is it, like 10 or 12 of the Rona. Make sure you're hitting the like, to subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding. Stay tuned into the good crypto word that we spread here every single day. Big shout out to Lady Plants and the rest of the pumpers there in the population of the chat box. It looks like multistream.io, the streaming service that I use to restream to multiple platforms, is working today. So I will be pushing this, and I am pushing the stream to DLive and YouTube simultaneously. Make sure you're catching the stream on dlive.tv/champagnecrypto. I will redistribute any lemons that are donated there during the stream. So there is an incentive to watch over there, dlive.tv/champagnecrypto. Shout out to Just a Jerk. Shout out to Digital Gold, Lady Plants. We're back up. Indeed. Today we'll be talking about the world on welfare. The stimulus package, the deal has been reached. We've talked about that yesterday. I'm still trying to find out what the actual details of this package is, but it looks like the majority of Americans are going to get somewhere around $1,000. And if they have kids, they'll probably get a little bit more. I don't know exactly how much, but it's somewhere around that package or that figure. And it seems like the bank is throwing money to everything. It looks like the entire world is going on welfare, guys. People have been calling for UBI, Universal Basic Income. It's probably coming soon to a theater near you, a CoinMarketCap near you. Right now, what we're seeing is a bailout on every angle. And it looks like the entire world is going to hop on welfare. Not only the populace, the citizens, but now the corporations are getting a handout. And this happened in 2008, corporate welfare. And we're seeing it now to a higher degree. And they're throwing money to just about everyone. And this is part of the plan. And we've talked about it before, how the banks want to monopolize everything. They want to buy and lend everything. They want to be Big Daddy. They want to be the final solution for everything. And that's what's happening. So let's go ahead and keep our eyes on the market. We'll look at the price of Bitcoin, which is holding quite well. The price of bits are holding quite well, actually better than I thought. And we'll look at the market, see where the opportunities are. Because, as I've said here, boomers, there's going to be a lot of losers out there down and out. And a lot of people losing their jobs. A lot of people freaking out during this quarantine, not being able to handle the lockdown. But during the chaos, there is opportunities. We are separating the men from the mice here, the pits from the poodles, the victors from the victims, the feast from the famine, guys. Make sure you know which side you're on. Let's go ahead and share my screen over here, and you can see the price of Bitcoin currently trading at 66.28 as I am continuously getting ads via the Brave browser, and I'm going to continue to shill this on all my live streams because I'm actually using it. Download the Brave browser right now. Earn BAT tokens for surfing the web. Google Chrome is not doing anything for you. You're using the internet more than usual right now, I would suppose, because most people are on lockdown. So make sure you're using a browser that's actually going to reward you something for using the internet. Okay, download the Brave browser immediately. I have the link in my About page. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the chat box right now. Let me find that. Make sure you're following me over there on dlive.tv, guys. Kaboom, there it is. Just linked it there in the chat box. So follow me out there, and you can see Deedle D shooting out the lemons. Boom, 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 distributing the lemonade. Shout out to Deedle D. Deedle D always shows love. I appreciate you so much, Deedle D. We're getting one step closer. We're at 117 followers. I need 200 followers over there on DLive so that I can set up subscription services and other features. Thank you so much to Deedle D making it rain a couple lemons out there. Thank you so much. Guys, make sure you're following me there immediately. Let's go ahead and check out the actual market summary, because although cryptos are not, well, actually, I'm not going to say that. Let's go ahead and reframe what we're saying. Crypto's following the legacy market right now. Maybe, if it follows in the wake. So if the market goes down, crypto seems to be going down a little bit. If the market goes up, of course, crypto seems to go up. But if the market stays sideways, it seems like it was still positive for Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and check out the legacy numbers before we run down the crypto numbers. And I said this yesterday, I got to change the way I'm framing this because I keep calling it crypto, okay? And it's not crypto. Bitcoin is blockchain, okay? And most of these tokens are blockchain. When you say crypto, you imply privacy and fungibility in my mind. And none of these tokens are private nor fungible except the one blue chip boomer on the cap, Monero. Let me get a kabam. Lady Plants' D-Live is acting up. Make sure you refresh it. It's working fine for me. It looks like I'm on the green. Let me see where my health is. Yeah, you can see here I'm live and pushing it to D-Live. Everything looks sexy. So make sure you hit refresh or whatnot. And I'll be checking that periodically during the stream as the lemons pile up. As a matter of fact, let me throw some lemons here in the treasure chest, being that Deedle D already gave me 100. So I'll drop 50 there in the chest. And Deedle D with the diamond. Keep up the good work. So much. Thank you so much there, Deedle D. I only see him on D Live. I've never caught him on YouTube before. He's all D Live every single day. And I can't stress this enough. It's important for us to use alternative platforms to YouTube, because although YouTube is where everything's going on right now, or the majority of action's going on, there's alternatives out there. Guys, YouTube's like the US dollar. It runs the game, but you got to check out alternatives like other coins, like D-Live and other platforms. Shout out to those that are using Library Credits, which is another crypto-friendly platform. I'm not usually using it because it doesn't support live streams, but that's what's going on. And use the alternative platforms. I got to say it over and over again. Day and Night is here. Kaboom. Lady Plants is asking, what's the unemployment numbers? Anyone seeing that reporting yet? I don't know, but we have reported that one of the Fed presidents, I think the one out of Illinois on Sunday, projected an up to 30% unemployment rate due to this Rona lockdown. So let's see, just to get a frame of reference, during the Great Depression, we saw 25% unemployment. So he's projecting higher rates than the Great Depression. Now, let's see what all happens here, because I was watching, Donnie yesterday and Mnuchin. They're throwing so much money around and people are taking it hook, line, and sinker. People, the majority of people are straight up dumb. They don't really get it. And let's see if they could. I mean, are people just going to buy it and just go back to work and act like nothing happened? And let the hyperinflation catch up to them next year? Or, how long would it take for the money to circulate? I don't know. But eventually this thing needs to hyperinflate, right? Or not. I don't know. It seems like people are so into the simulation and so into whatever Big Daddy tells them that they're willing to just... It seems to me, okay, that the citizens may have straight up Stockholm syndrome at this point. They'll just take whatever from their abuser at this moment. So let's see. I mean, at this point, if they take it, those stocks may go back up, right? I mean, but I can't see how we can avoid hyperinflation of the US dollar mid to long term here. And I think they know it. And because of that, you've already seen Fed coin or US dollar digital coins being proposed in the stimulus package. And like I've said before, that's basically where they're going to head to sooner than later. Okay. It may take a month, it may take a year or 5, but that's where things are headed, where I can see it. I don't have any direct evidence to prove that, but there's some evidence to lead me to believe it. Derek McLean's here. What's up? Day and Night's here. Lady Plant, New Boomer, Digital Gold says, have you used CoinGecko? I use CoinCheckup. I've used CoinGecko. I've used I don't know about CoinCheckup, but I usually use CoinMarket and TradingView, the blue chippers. Let's go ahead and go back to the legacy system, because that's what we were looking at. It's kaboom time indeed. Summit Dawes is here. S&P is trading sideways. And as long as this market doesn't dump, it's good for Bitcoin, okay? Because once the market starts dumping, people need to liquidate all kinds of assets to cover their ass. Okay, so right now, the fact that things are trading sideways on the market is really positive for Bitcoin. I'm looking at what the last kapump for Bitcoin is going to be before the halving that's going to occur in about 50 days or so. We pull up the countdown yesterday. I think it was like 49, 50 days, sometime early May. So I'm expecting from here to there, one good pump. Hopefully it could take us closer to 10K. It's hard pressed to see us go past 8,000 at this moment, though, boomers. I'll tell you that much. If the market keeps trading sideways, which, I don't know, at the end of the day, I don't know what's going to happen, because they throw so much, they fire so many bazookas at this market, guys, that, they can keep printing and printing and printing, and there is no alternative. Like I said this before, in a situation like Venezuela or Zimbabwe or one of these third world countries, when they run up the printing press, at least the citizens of that country are in a global market where the US dollar exists, and they can move their assets from that currency into something else. But where are you going to move to? I guess to Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's a little drop in the bucket. I'm talking about major markets. Where are they going to move to? I guess to gold. Some of it is coming to Bitcoin, which is cool. But it seems like so far the US dollar is still your daddy. It's still your daddy. We got the Dow there at 21,200 holding up. This is all fake and manufactured. Who's buying, guys? The only people that are buying right now is the Fed. They're the only buyers I can see. There's a few buyers out there here and there, but most people are selling, trying to cover their ass. People are losing their job up there. Let's talk about crude oil at $23, natural gas 1.6. I'm looking at oil. It has to pump back at some point once they open up and ease these social distancing regulations. I would say people are going to travel in their cars again, go back to work. I would see the demand for oil increase at some moment. Of course, the currencies, the US dollar is what's strong. The 10-year yield is there at 0.79. If they don't get this thing over a 1, I don't see I don't see how the market's even attractive. And you could see some of the big blue chips are coming back on the stocks after the big announcement yesterday. Ford is in the green, Bank of America, General Electric, American Airlines, AMD is down, actually. So American Airlines actually is moving up 10% today. This is after the promise that Donnie gave to Boeing and the airline industry that he's going to bail them out. So, everybody's on welfare, guys. World on welfare. We got the rich and the poor now on welfare because the Fed wants to be everybody's daddy. And then you got the cryptos trading sideways. Please, someone talk about the Forbes and Forex articles saying the stimulus is on Ethereum. Nah, we're not talking about that because that's fake news. Okay, I've never even heard that. You seem like the first person that mentioned that. I've never even seen you here in the box, Lindsay. So you may or may not be real. So I don't know. I've never heard of that. So that's fake news. Muffin McPuffin says the crypto market is $180 billion. This is ridiculously cheap for international market. That's right. It is cheap. It still is cheap. When you look at it on aggregate, one Bitcoin 6,000, but when you look at the total market, less than 200 bill, that's what it's going on. Like I said, they could buy this thing overnight, guys. These guys are throwing like $1 trillion per day at this moment. There's so much money going around. That's what's going on. Please look. I don't need to look about that, Lindsay. I don't care. I know that it's not on Ethereum, and we are not even paying attention to that. So I'll ignore that, even if you're real or not, because it doesn't concern us or myself. So let's go ahead and check out the CoinCap and see how these altcoins are looking. Bitcoin now at 66.28. You could see the volume. Well, the volume's about the same, but its market cap's only 121 billion, guys. This thing is, when you realize how small this is compared to all these other markets, you got a point there, McPuffin. It is cheap for the international market for some whales. Ether there at $135. I still like Ether. Okay, I still like Ether. I think there is promise for Ether. I still think that there's going to be something there with this DeFi. I've said all last year that DeFi was going to be the tagline for the blockchain industry moving forward. But we got struck by the Rona. We got struck by the Rona, kind of sideswiped us here. So we got to get through this Rona, get through this happening, and perhaps maybe then Ether will rise. You got Bitcoin Cash there at 223. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision at 171. Litecoin there at 39 bucks. EOS at 231. This is another one I think that may stick around. Another smart contract platform. And, you know, they set up shop, or at least Block 1 set up shop right outside of DC, which leads me to believe they're paying the piper. Binance at 1233. You know how I feel about exchange tokens. I think they're here to stay, especially Binance. I like the tokens that have a revenue generating model, or at least a model that promises revenue. And Binance has one. Tezos at 173, along with EOS and Ether. I'm looking at that. Leo at 101. Monero, the only true crypt walker on the block out there, guys. The only true crypto out there. 49 bucks for Monero. Stellar there at 04, and Chainlink at 225. Cardano back in 15 at 2 cents. Photo Savings hitting me up with ads. This is the second ad I get during this live stream. Make sure you're downloading the Brave browser. Blah, blah, blah. I can't even talk. Make sure you're downloading the Brave browser and earning these BAT tokens, guys. Do it now. Stop faking. Download it. I want to know what your feedback is, because most people that have downloaded it, they have reported here positive feedback using that browser. Getting ready to drop, I think, going sideways too long. It all depends on the legacy markets, guys. I think you guys haven't figured that out yet. Bitcoin right now is just following in the wake of whatever the Fed's doing. There's so much money being thrown out that maybe some of that makes its way to crypto. That's kind of what we're hoping for. And if the market stays sideways, that's good for Bitcoin. But, you know, we get a heavy drop. You'll get a drop in Bitcoin as well, guys. I mean, here's the trend. Let's look at the 1 month just so you can see it. And I'm sure you already know it, but as soon as the market started tanking, so did Bitcoin. And it held pretty well. I'll be honest with you. When we hit 45 there, I was like, ooh, we may hit 3,000. But, you know, then at that point, that's when the Fed started throwing out and you know, firing bazookas at this market every single day. And I don't know how long they could do it, but you know, apparently they can. It's fake. It's a fake printing press. It's fake money. I mean, technically they could do this till the wheels fall off. That's why I was saying at the beginning of the broadcast, you know, maybe the populace just is so Stockholm syndrome out that, you know, they're just like, give me the money and I don't care anymore. Just let me get back to work, please, at this moment, you know. And there's no other alternative to put their cash. They just want more cash. So I don't know if that's true or not, but it's something that I'm thinking. Lady Plant says, okay, I'm back. Misanthrope says, yo, Kaboomers, what's up? Shout out to the Boomers. Let me check out D-Live, see if anybody else has dropped me some lemons. Shout out to Digital Gold. Kaboom, he dropped me 14. New Boomer dropped me 5. Little D, of course, with 100 lemons. Guys, make sure that you're following me and you're catching this broadcast and participating with this live stream via dlive.tv/champagne crypto. I'm about to drop another 50 lemons here in the chat box. And you can, I say earn, but no, like win some of these lemons or get some of these lemons redistributed to you by participating in this chat box. We got about 100 lemons now that I'm going to distribute. We got only 3 people on D-Live watching. So once it gets closer to 10, I'll do a redistribution. If you're watching on YouTube, close that window and open up the D-Live window. Let me link this in the chat again. Let's check out what Wall Street Journal is reporting. The long run of American job growth has ended, obviously. Global stocks slide as U.S. jobless claims hit record. I can expect that. Government clamps down on coronavirus infections. Seems like just generic news. Hospital capacity crosses tipping point. All the stuff we expected. So there's not anything that's like sticking out, that's out of the ordinary after considering the situation that we're in. Obviously, it's out of the ordinary when you compare it to any other month, but not in the scope of what's happening these past couple of weeks. Shout out to Case 256. He's just lurking. Shout out to you on D-Live. I like it. Got to encourage everybody. Use DLive. Use DLive. And I'm glad that multistream.io is working again. It seems like YouTube's allowing them today. But shout out to the 9 pumpers that we have over there on YouTube and the 3 maniacs we have on DLive. Bitcoin's price is headed for 88.76, says a bullish trader. Let's see what You Today is reporting. Bitcoin has recently shown a small recovery and is now holding its position in the mid 6,000 zone. Traders are bullish overall, although some admit that a bearish scenario in the short term is more likely. So what does that mean? People are bullish, but people admit that a bearish scenario is more likely. What does that really mean? Who wrote this? A girl? I don't know. That doesn't mean anything to me. It's like, yeah, I'm confident, but I'm really not. Like, it's basically what it was saying. Anyhow, might have another spike towards 71, but analyst Michael van de Pope, based in Amsterdam, is sharing his more bearish than bullish take on Twitter. He believes that Bitcoin may need another attempt at testing $7,100. However, he rather expects the flagship currency to make a downturn and head back to 58 to 56. He says that we might have a spike to 71, but overall I'm expecting a downside to come. Okay. First area I'm watching is 56 to 58. Equity markets are in red today, and CME futures are expiring. Ooh, the CME futures are expiring. Okay. Trader George is also bearish at the moment, tweeting he expects a big red candle to appear and make Bitcoin drop about $700. Just a matter of time before we see a $700 candle, says Trader George. 88.76 is on the cards, says crypto trader Bitcoin Jack. He tweeted the most bullish take yet. He expects Bitcoin to gain over 2,000 and hit the $8,800 level, admitting that the prediction may sound a bit crazy to the community. The roast I'll get if I'm wrong is going to be insane. Manage your own risk, says Bitcoin Jack. Never seen him before. Been in the crypto community for a while, but I'm not on Twitter, so let me know what you think, guys. The Bitcoin halving is happening in less than 50 days. I hope Bitcoin goes to 2K, says Derek McLean. So what, you could buy more or what? My order's been in, says Lady Plants. Case 256. I would donate lemons, but I only have 79.79 lemons, so I'm just lurking for now. I won't click on the chest because I can't donate. Okay, that's all good. Just comment, drop a meme or whatnot. That's all good. Guys, I'm going to do a redistribution in just a moment. So make sure you're following me there on dlive.tv or just, participating, because I know there's some people like Lady Plants. She has an account both on YouTube and DLive, but she said there was something wrong on DLive. Head over there to DLive, Lady Plants, to see if it works. Yeah, full of bull, it sounds like, these articles. Nobody knows, says Digital Gold. I agree. Nobody knows. Misanthrope says that means the lows are getting tested again before we go kaboom. So have your buy orders ready. Yeah, anything can happen at this moment. I would say look at the legacy markets, guys. If this legacy market starts dumping, crypto is going to start dumping. Now, if the legacy markets are trading sideways, and then we have the halving approaching, so that may allow Bitcoin to go back up closer and maybe even go up to 8,000. Lady Plant says digital gold's not working. It's okay. No, Lady Plant says DLive's not working. Digital gold is giving me a question mark. I don't know what you're asking, Digital Gold. You're talking about the people on the fence. No one really knows what they're talking about. It's true. And I've said this before. That's why I always say, that champagne's not your daddy. I'm giving my opinion because I really don't know. But what's funny to me is some of these crypto guys that they pull up the TA and they swear by it. And, I could name names, but, I'm not going to be petty like that, but you know what I'm talking about. They put up the charts. They swear that, they worked at Wall Street, 20 years ago, that, that they know how to read Bitcoin charts. And really right now, the charts are all like the fundamentals, throw them out the window. Even with the legacy system, we're in a rigged system. They'll take it wherever they want to take it. They want it to pump, they'll pump it. They want it to dump, they'll dump it. They want you to stay at home for 2 weeks, they'll do it. Okay? Shout out to the Q-tards. They thought that Donnie was gonna lock her up, when in fact he locked us up, and we're all on house arrest. How about it, guys? Hopefully we can get out of this by Easter, but I'm not entirely convinced. Anyhow, what we're doing in between time and in the meantime is staying focused, and let's not complain. We can call things for what they are and be truthful, and that's not complaining. Saying that everybody's on house arrest is not complaining. It's saying the truth. But what are you going to do about it? I've been telling you guys, I'm waking up early. I'm going back to the first thing in the morning. The first thing I do is exercise. I'm not even hanging out with the kids in the morning. I'm going straight to the jog. And I'm glad I'm doing that, because before I wasn't really jogging as much. So I'm taking a light 10 to 15 minute jog. I'm coming back in and doing light work with my dumbbell, my Bowflex dumbbell. I have a single Bowflex dumbbell that can click up to 50 pounds. So, it goes from 5 to 50. So, I mean, it's enough for me. I'll do a little air squats, a little overhead press, a little 1, 2, 3, bada bing, and I stay strong. And you guys should too. So what are you going to do when you're on house arrest, guys? What are you going to do? You're going to be there watching the news all day long, hoping Donnie send you your check? Or are you going to get stronger, eat better, and pump more? Guys, you should be uploading more than you're downloading. Okay? You should be uploading more than you're downloading. So make sure you're doing something. You should be producing more than you're consuming. I know it's difficult. I know it's almost impossible, but that should be your goal, or at least to balance it out. I think crypto's trying to trick us out of our Bitcoin. I buy the low and sell some of the pumps. Yeah, I mean, I'll be selling some of the pumps as we approach this halvening, because that was always my strategy on the table. And I'm not gonna dump the bits. And I've been sitting on bits just like so many people here in the chat box for some years now. So I've been waiting for this event to take some off the table and maybe put it into something else, but not everything. Okay, not everything. I'm sticking with at least a Bitcoin under the pillow for the mid to long term. You know the deal. Papa says, who? Tone Deaf Vase? You're asking the question. Just the question. You asked the question. I didn't. The Federal Reserve are the only ones that can write a check with zero in the account and it doesn't bounce. Exactly. At this point, guys, and I've asked this before, and I asked this yesterday, if the Federal Reserve has a blank check and they can provide unlimited liquidity to all the banks in the world and they can send checks to everybody, you tell me, what is the point of paying income tax to that entity? I don't see it. What's the point? If they have a printing press, what's the point? Somebody answered yesterday, champ, the point is to keep everybody working. And that's it's a deep thing, because as technology increases and increases, there's going to be a point that not everybody needs to work anymore. But we may have to, just to keep our humanity. Something maybe we'll go deeper into that, but it was when someone responded that, I was like, wow, it's true. I don't know. Some people don't know what to do with themselves if they didn't have work. They don't even want to reflect or even go into a higher level. So I don't know. That's a whole nother philosophical question that we can go down to. And then there's other people that if they don't have work, they're not going to do anything. They're just they won't even reflect and become more spiritual. They'll just become more worthless. And I hate to use that word because I don't like to refer to humans as worthless, but you guys know what I mean. If one happens to get near an infected and they do a review cell phone positions, they will quarantine you too. Says case 5256. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, that they're tracking some people via their phone, and if you were around some other people, I've heard that. That's not the case now, but I won't doubt it that in the future there's something like that. We're headed into some technocracy that is, sometimes it seems a little dark. There we go, another ad. Let me click on this ad and get more BAT tokens. Guys, if you're not downloading the Brave browser. If you're not earning BAT tokens during this depression out there, you should do it right now. I don't understand why not. Okay. I think people will always have to work because nothing will be free. I mean, I get it. I get it. But, you know, technology is moving at a high rate. And I'm not going to get into that right now. But I somewhat agree with you on the surface. And I'm all for keeping people working. You know how I feel, Derek. I'm not for, you know, world on welfare, you know. But I'm going to have to think about it a little deeper. Vincent, you are right. What did Vincent says? The point is because there are still a king and a ruler in a sense. We are chattel by legal definition. Absolutely. We've talked about it. And we've covered, you know, the law of the land and the law of the water here. Everything's underwater right now. I get it. Law of water is money law. Absolutely. We've covered that many times. Actually, we've done some things that make you go, stream. And we're up on game. We get the currency. We understand the banks. We understand the cash flow. We understand the common law versus UCC. Absolutely. And I'm glad that you brought that up because we're already on it. Lady Plants will let you know. We've done more than one of that. And we let people know that there's a reason why your name is in all caps on your ID as well. It's a great time to turn off the mind control box and read the word of God to feed yourself spiritually. I agree 1,000%. And Nano, and I'm glad that we touched upon the word yesterday. And we shared a couple verses of our favorite verses. Thank you so much for reminding us, Nano. Lady Plant says, yep, I don't understand the UCC thing, but I'm looking for those people to explain it. Yeah, I'll share that video once more time. I have it. What's the name of the guy again? That he drops the jewels. I'm going to have to pull that out again because we talked about it here on YouTube, but we really covered it more on D Live. Jordan Maxwell, that's him. Yeah. When he talks about maritime and admiralty law. Yeah. I'm going to do that again. And I'll play that video, with Jordan Maxwell sooner than later. But the video I showed, and I'll show it again, Jordan Maxwell explains it pretty well. Exactly. I agree there, case 256. God said one must work to eat. If you don't, then one giving you food is your master, just like borrow is slave to lender. I agree. And that, that's actually in the Bible. It's just the borrower, the lender is the slave or something like that. And that's what I was wrapping my mind. We're getting to a point where everybody doesn't have to work and we have the technology to support everyone. But like I said just a few moments ago, that work is the only thing that we may have to keep our humanity. So it gets to a point that either you get absorbed by the by the technocracy, or you retreat and just make your own food and kind of be self-sustainable. And that's kind of why I've been leaning to that direction. It's like, yeah, you can get everything better at the store and everything, but there's a sense of satisfaction in growing your own crop, maybe raising your own chickens and eggs, maybe milking your goat. Perhaps you don't have to go completely into like being a full-fledged farmer, but being more self-sustainable is what I see provides more satisfaction as a human, rather than just like getting being supported by Big Daddy, because then like that you become the slave. Vincent, yeah, exactly. Maritime and Admiralty Law, exactly. And we've shared it. We're up on game, Vincent. Yeah, and I'm glad that you brought that up, because it's time to bring that back up, and I'll do so sooner than later. There is no such thing as a free lunch, as Derek McLean. There could be to a certain extent, I think, with the technology that we have, but I'm not saying that that's the route to go. Because ultimately there is no such thing as a free lunch. Because even if you're getting a free lunch, then there is costs on the other end. The cost is you may even lose your humanity. You just may end up being plugged into the matrix and you're just like a drone at a certain point. Case 256 is starting his seedlings right as he types. Excellent. Okay, the big deal for me is you understand you're underwater or you drown. Ignorance is no excuse of the law. Yeah, we get it. We get it. We've been talking about it. And shout out to Vincent. I've never seen you here in the box before, but at least you know something that's going on. I'm not sure if you've been following the champ and the population of the chat box, but we've covered this before the Rona. We've been here, guys. God considers farming work even if you just grow enough for yourself. Right. That's kind of what I'm alluding to right now. What is 256 planning? Yeah, that's a good question. Let me just go ahead and check out D-Live. We only got 3 people on D-Live. Guys, head over to D-Live so I can do a little lemon distribution right now. It's just for fun. DLive.tv/champagne-crypto. I got 103 lemons in the chest right now that I can distribute to the most active users in the chat box. I only got 3 people over there right now. It seems like most people are on YouTube, but I'll give it a few seconds. I know some of you guys on YouTube do have a D-Live account, and head over there, and less than a minute, I'm going to go ahead and click distribute rewards, and there's 100 lemons here up for grabs. Granted, they're less than a penny each, but it's just for fun. If I plant right now, it would be hemp. Nice. And I know that farming bill that Donnie signed like a couple years ago or last year, included industrial hemp, and it's legal in most places federally, right? So there's all kinds of use cases for hemp, paper, creams, all kinds of things. The CBD, there's all things you could do with it. I want to learn how to fish since I've lived by Lake Michigan, says Derek. Yeah, fishing. That's something I'm glad that I learned as a young gun. I fished a lot. And carrots, says Derek McLean. Nice. Yeah, luckily where I'm at, I'm on the outskirts of the city, so we're closer to the countryside. And I've told you guys, even before the Rona hits, I take the kids out to the fields all the time, and we pick fruits or whatnot, the strawberries and peppers and onions. There's people selling eggs too. We normally don't get them, but I told you my intent is to set up a chicken coop. Shout out to Case 256 with the Pepe and Jesus meme. That's interesting. Radishes grow fastest. Okay. Yeah, you're right there, Vincent. Building supplies, wood boards, even plastics. Absolutely, yeah. The hemp. Yeah, there's that industry is going to continue to grow. Shout out to Swab House. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back to the box there, Swab House. Let me check on, take a peek over here on D-Live and see if we got more people over here in the box. We don't. Well, you know what? Too bad. We're going to do this redistribution anyway so that you guys on YouTube see how it works. I click on distribute rewards, and it gives a 30-second countdown, and it randomly redistributes the lemons to the most active users in the D-Live chat box. So let's go ahead and get it. Let's get it started. Hashtag Black Eyed Peas. In 29. Shout out to Digital Gold. Share your memes, guys. And the lucky winners today are Digital Gold. He won them all. Usually we don't have one winner. It's usually like 3 or 4, but randomly that's what happens. So shout out to Digital Gold. I'm glad that you're able to win the purse today. That's awesome. Big shout out to you, Digital Gold. And you've been active in the chat box, so I'm glad that you're the big winner today. And again, guys, I'm not the one that picks the winners. It's just done randomly. So big shout out to you. And I was expecting for Case 256 to get something because he's been active, but it seems like Not today. Maybe next time. It's all good. It's not like, it's that much money anyway. And case 256 getting biblical with the memes here. I haven't seen those, but shout out to you. Let's go back to Fiat Leak and turn off these coins. Take a few more comments and questions. And shout out to CryptoZilla. I haven't seen him today, but he referred me here to this Fiat Leak site, and I thought it was sexy looking. And you can see the real-time flow from the country's currencies. I don't click the chest if I can't donate before. Oh, I mean, it's all good. It's all good, Case. It's not a big deal. If you're participating, click the chest. It's all good. I want people to participate. I don't really care about the donations or not. We usually just pass them around each other's. It's all good. Next time, Case. It's no big deal. I want everybody to click the chest and see if you can see if you could click the chest and you would have won something, then you could start donating right there when you won. It's all good. Next time, no big deal. Next time. You guys know that I do this every single stream on DLive, and right now we're multi-streaming both YouTube and DLive by Restream.io. You got Bitcoin dumping a little bit now. That's at 65. Now there goes a candle southward. Kay says it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, it's just for fun, All right, guys, I'll take a few more comments and questions. Shout out to everybody participating in the chat. The world is on welfare, and I agree, guys. As technology continues to increase, we're going to go into a new world where most people don't need to work. But I agree with you guys. I think work is what keeps our humanity. And there's a cost to not working. Okay, there's a cost to universal basic income. There's a cost to this welfare, and it seems like the cost is slavery to an extent. The debt, those that are in debt are the slave. So keep your eyes out. I'm riding this Bitcoin train down to around 5,800, hoping to buy in and get 2 at that point. Where were you last week, though, Vincent? Things dropped out to 4,500. But the possibility of us going back to 58, I think is still there. It's still there. There's right now, if the legacy markets, which will probably end up, if the Fed doesn't keep throwing money out there, they're going to go down. Bitcoin. I could see the top for Bitcoin before the halving is somewhere around 8K, and then the bottom. I mean, I don't know what the. But let's see. I'm not as bullish as I was on Bitcoin like last year, but I'll always keep a Bitcoin under the pillow. I'll tell you that much. Brave referral program, kaboom. I'll show this one last time, and I'm honest with you guys. Of course, I show the Brave browser. I get $5 if you download it, which is not much, but it's one of the few products that I actually use. No, that's not true. There's many products that I use, but it's one of the few products that I use that I share a link to. So that's the truth, because it works. What is Joe Rogan doing these days? I really don't care. Joe Rogan's favorite candidates were Bernie Sanders and Free Everything, Andrew Yang, UBI. I told you guys, I don't know how long ago, Derek, that Joe Rogan was Funny Bunny. I told you that. It's been over a year. Everybody, Joe and his show. And guys, come on. Joe Rogan's Funny Bunny, guys. He works for the state, guys. There was a time Joe Rogan would call a fake moon landing and stuff out, but not anymore. Vincent was in and out last 7 days, been making money all week. Shout out to you. Nice. Good job. Congratulations. He didn't miss the dippage. On that note, I'm out of here, guys. Shout out to Lady Plants, Vincent, Derek, and the rest of the boomers. I'm going to go ahead and get on with my rest of my day. I've been on, like I told you, wake up, jog, exercise, get everything done before you eat. I still haven't eaten. And I'll probably wait till lunchtime. These little intermittent fasting is good, guys. I like it. It's a good time to, now that you're locked down, maybe consider doing a little intermittent fast, a little, a little 18-6, a little 18 fasting, a little 6-hour window or something like that. I think they're locking us all in to reset the system. This way they have more control. Yeah, they eventually they'll reset the system. And this lockdown is also a exercise as well, because that's not going to be the first time they lock everybody down. I'll tell you that much. Vincent says, thanks. Have a blessed day. You as well, sir. Have a good one. Nice to see you in the box. Case 256, thank you for participating. Next time, click the treasure chest. It's all good, Case. As long as you're participating and you're being honest out here, it's all good. And Fanny, shout out to you. Nice to see you back. Lady Plants and the rest of the boomers. Let me shout out once again Digital Gold, New Boomer, and Deedle D for their gratuity over there on D Live. On that note, I'm out of here, guys. Download the Brave browser. I have it. I'm gonna hit you up with the link again here. Forget about it. Why not? Because this is the simplest way to earn crypto. Download this browser for the champ. It gives me $5 if you leave it installed for 30 days. If not, I don't get anything. But anyhow, do it now. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys, if not today, tomorrow. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for tuning in.